We're sitting at the exit of Bennett Field Campground in the Tiger Bay State Forest. And right now we're going to go down and check out the Tram Road Equestrian Campground. It's about 3 miles down Rima Ridge Road. And see what the camping opportunities
turn right
down there look like.
Continue on Rima Ridge Road for 3 miles.
If you're interested in what the access road looks like between US 92 coming out of Daytona and the Bennett Field Campground, I published a separate video previously on the Bennett Field Campground. You can refer to that video. Let's proceed down Rima Ridge Road here, and I'll chime back in as we approach the Tram Road Campground. Be back in a few. Continuing down Rima Ridge Road to the Tram Road Equestrian Campground here in the Tiger Bay State Forest in Florida. This road has remained big rig friendly. You can see there's no problem with overhead obstructions. The road is not badly rutted. You'll have a pothole here and there, but it's to be expected for a dirt road. High clearance, 4-wheel drive not required. Proceeding on to the campground, I'll chime in as we approach. Still on Rima Ridge Road in the Tiger Bay State Forest, heading toward the Tram Road Equestrian Campground. We're about a mile out. Still big rig friendly, very scenic, a lot of scrub pine, no overhead clearance problems. Proceeding on to the campground, chime in as we get closer. Okay, we are 0.2 miles out from the Tram Road Equestrian Campground. I think I see a sign up there on the left.
Turn right to stay on Rima Ridge Road, then turn left to stay on Rima Ridge Road.
And that is the sign for the campground. Little campground site off to the right.
Turn left to stay on Rima Ridge Road, then your destination will be on the right.
Well, you can't always trust GPS. It's on the left. Looks like we're in the right place. Entering the campground.
Your destination is on the right.
I'm going to pull over in here. Looks like you have a little horse pen here. And I'm going to give you a walking tour of the Tram Road Equestrian Campground here in the Tiger Bay State Forest, Florida. Okay, we just arrived at the Tram Road Equestrian Campground. You don't have to have a horse in order to camp here. You make reservations online at their website. That's the website address right there. Let's go check out this campground. Well, it's a real scenic drive coming out here. Scrub pine. You have these live oaks with the moss hanging off them. I think these are sable palms. This is campsite number 1. Definitely big rig friendly. Let's go back up here and take a look at it. Got a charcoal grill, picnic table, campfire ring. Looks like you can pull through here. Nice easy in, easy out. Here's a look back at your campsite. And unlike other equestrian campgrounds that I've visited, it looks like they have a couple pens there for you to put your horse in. Instead of like tying your horse off, you can put them in a pen. So that's different. All right, campsite number 1. Let's go check the rest of the loop out. This large area right ahead of where my truck is parked is a day use area, and it also has pens for your horses, picnic tables. Looks like a picnic area. There's more picnic tables back in there. So very nice facility. You have this is campsite 1 off to my dead ahead here. So we're going to continue around this one-way camping loop and check out what else is here. Looks like there's a garbage receptacle off to the right, and then there's a porta potty off to the left. See it back in there. And this is where you'd pull out if you wanted to pull in and pull through. Of campsite 1, you could pull in, do your camping, and pull right back out and get back out on the loop. Well, let's go up the road here and see what else we have. Continuing down the camping loop, this is the second area where I've seen where they have non-potable water. There's a pump there. More than likely for horses. This is dry camping. But if it's winter time and you're in need of an affordable campsite in Florida, this is definitely workable. I went online. I believe the cost of the sites were $8.86, kind of an irregular price, but cheap enough as it is, affordable. I don't know if they had taxes in, but the base price was $8.86. Campsite number 2, dead ahead here. You could also get a big rig in here. You'd pull straight up, or you could pull in that way. A couple different options to back your rig in here. Looks like you also have a horse pen. Oh, they were donated by Florida Trailblazers Equestrian Club. The pen was. Yeah, normally in the campsites, equestrian campsites I've been to, they don't have the pens. So that was nice of that club to do that. There was a campfire ring and a picnic table. Let's go up here. I'll give you a vantage point from the back of the site looking out. That's looks like you could also pull in and pull out right here. Here's the loop. And that's a look back at your campsite. I'll go back and take a look at the number. Okay, so that was campsite number 2 that I was looking at. See, this happens when you retire, you know, very short-term memory. So yeah, that was campsite number 2. And we're continuing around the loop. And let's check out and see what else we have here at the Tram Road Equestrian Campground. So it looks like we have some multi-use trails here. Definitely a horse trail. I assume also a hiking trail that intersects the campground. That's the way that we just came from. So far I've seen 2 campsites. Let's continue to check the campground out and see what else we have here. So it appears there are 2 separate camping loops here. You know, one's heaped on top of the other, if that makes any sense. Here's campsite number 3. Fairly large campsite. I'm not going to walk back in there because there's a vehicle parked in there. I don't know if they're camping or not. But this is campsite number 3. Continuing to walk the campground. Not even 100 feet up the road from campsite 3. It's campsite number 4. It looks like campsite 3 you could pull in and pull out. That's the pull out portion of campsite number 3. And then right here is campsite number 4. Let's go check campsite 4 out. This is these yellow hash marks. We're on that horse trail. So the second camping loop intersects with the, it follows the horse trail. There's a large open area right across from campsite 4. It would make it easy to back in the site, and it's a very large site. And you have, it butts up against that picnic area, it looks like. And you have a horse pen, your campfire ring, picnic table, and grill. You can see my truck up there. That's parked right at the start of the picnic area, the day use area. There's the horse pen. And this is a view looking back at campsite number 4. Continuing on around this outer loop, and we'll take a look at the map. Maybe I can show you where these loops are in relation to one another. But you do have some, I mean, my fifth wheel may clear that, but I don't like to take any chances. So if you had a big rig, other than, you know, a horse trailer would clear. But if you have like a 13.6 rig or higher, you may want to stay in that first loop with campsites 1 and 2. Because there's a couple places in here on this outer loop where you have lower hanging tree limbs. Like I say, it may clear, but I wouldn't want to get my rig back in here and discover that I'm an inch or two short. So, FYI, let's continue walking the campground, see what else is here. Okay, this is the road I just walked from, coming from the last campsite we visited. And it's that loop doesn't make a full loop because of this sign. I don't know if you can read this or not. It says road closed to vehicles. And so that low hanging tree limb, you wouldn't be coming this way anyhow. So I'm assuming you would access that campsite from the way I walked in and then exit out through the picnic area instead of coming down this horse trail. Now this horse trail does come into another road, and this road here loops back into the campground. Now let's go take a look at the map to see how these campsites are laid out. Okay, so I came back to campsite number 4, and you see those trees dead ahead? That's the road that's closed. And that's where those low clearance trees were. This is your campsite number 4 right here. Dead ahead is the picnic area, the day use area. But you also have a low clearance tree limb right there. And I do not think my fifth wheel would clear that right there. And you surely wouldn't want to try to weave in and out of those trees right there. So that pretty much rules out campsite 4 and campsite 3 as far as being big rig friendly. You have an Airstream, pop-up camper, small camping configuration, tent camping, you're okay back in here. But if you have a big rig, I'd stay with campsites 1 or 2. The map didn't show. I'm going to give you a look at the map here. Let me start back here. This is US 92, and to get here you go out Indian Lakes Road. This is the way I came in, and in a previous video I reviewed the Bennett Field camping area, and then continued on out Arima Ridge Road to the Equestrian to the Tram Road Equestrian Campground, which is right here. As you can see, they do show the horse trail in yellow, but they don't show separate campsites or camping loops on here. So you could go on to the online website and they may show you what those camping loops look like. But like I said, I would stick with sites 1 or 2 if you have a big rig where you're going to need some height clearance, because these campsites 3 and 4 aren't going to work for you. Let me go back out to the entrance here. I'll give you some final thoughts on this campground. I'm back at the entrance to the Tram Road Equestrian Campground. Give you some final thoughts here. If you have a big rig, I'd stick with campsites 1 or 2. And if you have a smaller camping configuration, any of the campsites will work. I'll have the upload and download speeds for Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile in the written video description on YouTube, along with the grid coordinates for this campground. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.